Carogan! Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Carogan. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Important news are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest. The special pride never written before. Or since tall word proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello. Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5 Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Monday, May 16th, 2022. Sorry about that. It was a real delay before the computer showed up. It's showing like a 40 or 50 second delay, which is like, usually it's 20, 30 seconds tops. So I didn't think we were even going to go live. Apologies. Hello. Richie Poole was first in the chat with first Vok. 47 Yorktown was second, so he's 2 Vok. Yitza Lemon says, babes can love my tree any day. Yes, National Love a Tree Day. I was half of me was thinking of Tilly hugging the tree in season 3 of Discovery, and another half of me was just thinking a tree with a hole drilled in it, and that didn't seem pleasant, not pleasant at all. But I guess whatever you think. Richie Poole says, tree huggers unite. Also not pleasant. John DeMarco says, greetings, all greetings, John. Gorilla Random Thoughts says, hello, Gorilla. And John DeMarco says, Lato Prey strikes again. I don't think I was actually late. Certainly not when I started 4 minutes early. Actor says 6 people die per year because of fallen trees in the UK. Just in the UK. Why should we love those killers? And Bird is late. See, I said hello because the video should have started already. John Araki with $1 super chat. And got Jeffrey Combs. There's Commander Shran. Thank you, John Araki. Cinnabon Bunny says hello. Hello, Cinnabon. Actor says, is there anybody out there? I don't know. Resolute Germ says hello all. Welcome, Resolute. Pop Culture Curator says hello to everyone. Qapla, Pop Culture Curator. Pop Culture Curator says, Qapla Vertebrae, hope you are doing well. Well, I had a call earlier that instead of coming Thursday, my dentist is coming tomorrow to finish up, hopefully, knocking on wood, finish up this whole tooth issue. Tomorrow, they should install the permanent bridge, plus do a cleaning, plus do a filling of one tooth, some fillings on the tooth. So we'll see. We'll see. Probably will take a couple of hours tomorrow, and we'll hope for the best. So, I do not plan on streaming tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. So that's the plans for me. Hakeem says, happy Make Love to a Tree Day. Hello, all. It's not Make Love to a Tree Day, it's Love a Tree. John Araki says, I am Groot. Words and pictures, says Qapla to pray. Good to hear you. Good to be here. Good that you are here, indeed. Resolute Germs says, hello, pop culture curator. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir, and puts in pictures of all different types of trees, including palm tree and cactus. Is a cactus a tree? Yeah, I'll allow it. Actor says, now Bird will stream his front garden tree for an entire week. Oh, I forgot all about it. It's boring. It's green. All the white flowers are off. It's just a green leaf tree. John Aragi says, is there a furry equivalent for plant lovers? I'm not aware of a, I guess they'd be called leafies, people who want to dress up as bushes or plants. Would be interesting. I wonder what would be the most famous or most popular furry? Leafy. It's like the most popular furry is, I'm pretty sure it's a fox. Like every other furry I know is a fox. So like every other tree leafy I know, they'd probably be like a rose bush or a tulip. Hashtag Steelbird's garbage, says John Araki. Also, John Araki says, what the frack is that? Berto Bray 5's dentist. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Actor Accented says, John Araki, a lot of people dress using plants, aka cotton fabrics. Got a good point. The Random Menace is greetings from the future. Holly Bridge, Mouth Edition. You should stream that. That would not be a bad idea. Pop Culture Curators is Bird of Prey. I'm going to be hosting a sci-fi Star Trek alien makeup discussion on my stream today, 7:30 Central, comparing good and bad. If you want to join us, thank you, Pop Culture Curator. But by that time, I'm generally headed towards sleep and or eating. But I will keep an eye out. I will keep an eye out, Pop Culture Curator. 7:30 Central. So that's 8:30 Eastern. Yeah, I mean, I might be there at the beginning, but by 9:30 I'm asleep. By 9:30 I'm asleep. Cinnabon Bunny says, oh no, the tree of oppression will make a return. The tree of oppression. Random Menaces, love a tree someday. John Araki says, hashtag crash into Bird's neighbor. Let's try not to. Let's give that poor family a year without a car going through their fence. Resolute Germ says, here's the link for Pop Curator stream later today. Thank you, Pop Culture. Resolute Germ. And thank you, Pop Culture Curator. Yitza says Leafy was banned a long time ago. Random Minute says most known Leafy was probably President Bush. President Bush likes to, because, no, I don't, why would the president, I can see Navy SEALs dressing up like plants, but he wasn't a Navy SEAL. He was Air National Guard, and his father, I don't know what, but I don't think he was Navy or something. Dave G. Sound says Qapla, Bird of Prey, and Caroga. Qapla. John Araki says Kronos was right. Hashtag Kronos was right. Ooh, the thunder has started. I believe we are under a thunderstorm warning. And that is loud. That is loud. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. John Araki says, why didn't Dr. Strange just tell Hillary Clinton that Wanda has evidence that will lead to the immediate arrest of Hillary Clinton? I'm not 100% sure, John. John Araki says, hashtag Wanda was right. Pop Culture Curator says, thanks to Resolute Germ. Substance D says, Qapla. And hi, hello, Substance D. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Qapla, Bird of Prey. What's the difference between Arbor Day and National Love a Tree Day? I'm thinking the answer is not safe for work. Yeah. National Love a Tree Day involves more lubricant. That's all I have to say. His name is Bush, says the Random Menace. Well, you see, that's why you're so good at the Wordle clues. His name is Bush. John Araki, hashtag Amber Turd. I heard that trial ended. Actor assented, says the Random Menace. That joke flew over his head. It did. I see it now. It's way past me. It's in the distance. So I just watched the first episode of The Offer, which is on, I was going to say on Netscape. No, Netscape was a web browser from the year 1996. And probably a few years plus and minus. But no, forget Netscape. Netflix, which a lot of people have supposedly said they're not going to do Netflix anymore. They're quote unquote boycotting Netflix because Netflix did Cuties last year. However, this year, Netflix seems to be the one streaming service that is telling their woke employees to go home. If you don't want to work here, quit. If you can't take the fact that we're going to have Dave Chappelle on doing his comedy routine, then you need to quit. Instead of us bending to you, you've got to make it right. If you can't deal with what we've got on, the problem's with you, not us, and you should leave. So now, if you ever said that you were boycotting Netflix, I don't know where that leaves you, because it's the first time one of these companies says exactly what I'm thinking. I did not join the Netflix boycott for over Cuties. I said my piece on Cuties. I didn't like it. I never watched it. I'm never going to watch it. And that's that. But I'm not leaving Netflix over it. Now I'm happy to still have Netflix. And I would be happy if the people who left over Cuties would come back, because Netflix is the only place that's making a stand now for free speech. And the problem with free speech is that if you don't like it, if you don't like one thing, you might not like something else. It's fine. If you don't have to like cuties, but if you stand for free speech, then you have to understand Netflix has to have cuties on, just like they have to have Dave Chappelle on and everyone and everything else. And if nobody's happy, that's the best case scenario. That's the best case scenario. Nobody's happy, then that's fair. So, unfortunately, Netflix is also the most expensive of the streaming platforms, and they also canceled Space Force. So that kind of sucks. But on the other hand, they do have Cobra Kai, and Cobra Kai is the hands down best streaming consistently streaming TV show in the last 5 years. Now, Hulu's got the Orville, and yes, the Orville would also count for the best streaming, but they've been gone for 3 years. So Hulu and Orville, they don't count. They've been off the air for 3 years. 3 years. They'll be coming back next month. But until they actually come back, they don't count. Had Orville been streaming this entire time, and we've been at season 5 of the Orville, like we're going to be at season 5 of Cobra Kai, then maybe Orville wins. But frankly, Orville's just taking a back seat. So Cobra Kai, the number one show. Cobra Kai and Orville, they'll be tough. They're going to be tough once they come out, and they're both on. Now, obviously, they're not going to be on at the same time, but if they're on in the same given year, it would be tough to say which is the better series. I would probably go with Orville because it's longer. They're hour-plus long episodes as opposed to half-hour long episodes on Cobra Kai. But both Cobra Kai and Orville are fantastic, and I would keep Netflix just for Cobra Kai and the extras that come with it. Unfortunately, only Deep Space Nine is still available on Netflix, but that's the best. That is the best of all Trek. No idea how long Deep Space Nine is still going to be available on Netflix, but for the time being, it is. So it's still something. Hulu doesn't have Deep Space Nine, I don't believe, anymore. Resolute says, I'm boycotting Netflix because the content is crap. If not for Cobra Kai, I would agree. But we got Cobra Kai, we got there's so much stuff still at Netflix. Lost in Space, 3 seasons of Lost in Space. Let's see. We got 3 seasons of Lost in Space. We've got Longmire. We've got Cobra Kai. They're just seems like there's a lot of older stuff at Netflix. It's fine. Once you get through it all, then sure, cancel it and just bring it back for 1 month at a time as you need. I mean, I understand. Oh, wow. Oh, the rain is coming down so hard and the window's wide open. Mama Pray. Mama Pray, you awake? Oh, Mama Pray's asleep. Well, I don't want to wake her. I also don't want the rain to come through. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Where are we? Not Ryan Johnson says hello and Qapla. Hail Caroga, hail Caroga. Hector says the trial still hasn't ended. That's true. Unless Q is dead. That might have ended it. Rock Solid Productions says hashtag Vertopray 5 wasn't at the premiere covering an emulation machine. Oh, Rock Solid. Sorry about that. I was busy. Actor says still has a couple weeks at last to go. Dave G Sound says we're getting a thunderstorm here too. Bird, we just got a local warning. It's moving 45 miles per hour, so should pass soon. Resolute Germs says I've been boycotting Netflix for the content. Foggle the Curious says Vertebrae, Netflix may finally be speaking out, but it's too
Scanning.
late.
Indications negative at this time.
Same with Disney. If they did a 180 right now, people still don't care because their agendas have already been exposed. Qapla, thank you again, John Araki, for another $1 super chat. Pop Culture Curator, well, I think the agenda might have changed at Netflix. I really do. I think that their current agenda is we need to make money. And if that means putting up Dave Chappelle, we're going to put on Dave Chappelle. Actor says, not. Cuties isn't the same as Chappelle. Well, Actor, I understand what you're saying, but if it was what people claim it to be, then there would just be a whole lot of people arrested, right? It's not that. If it was that, those people would have been arrested. It is walking the line. It is walking the line of that. And like I said, I'm not going to watch it. So, I don't care. It doesn't cost me anything, but I'm not going to watch it. I don't like it, but it's not what people claim it is. If it was what people claim it was, those people would already been arrested. I mean, that's the one thing government doesn't really mess up on. I mean, even if you're a billionaire and can afford your own island, if the age is too young, they get arrested. Okay, certainly. That's just the way it is. Dr. Alex says, Qapla, bird of prey. A bird sense I can't be beat. Bird sense can't be beat. John Araki says, hashtag, ¿Dónde está el formula? Oh, John Araki, I found the formula. The formula is in Mexico. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mama Prey has a friend, sent a picture, photographs today. I was going to put them up, but I didn't. But we got photographs of like a Costco or a Sam's Club in Mexico because the woman is in Mexico for a visit. She happened to go to Mexico. So she's like, well, let me just, out of curiosity, go to their local Costco or whatever in Mexico and see what's the deal with the baby formula. And she sent pictures, and it's stocked, floor to ceiling. All the baby formula you could ever want or need is at the Costco in wherever Mexico she happened to be. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that the entire country is full of baby formula, but she didn't see, I assume, any news down there about a baby formula shortage, and she happened to just go to the one that was closest to her, and it just happened to be full of baby formula. Now, I don't know of any Costco's in the United States reporting they are full of baby formula. Maybe there is one, but if there is, then it seems like someplace that would get shut down quickly. Somebody would go and buy it out. In Mexico, it's all there. You could go, you could buy a case, you could buy 10 cases. It's not a problem. They don't seem to have a problem. Dr. Alex, I read that. Resident Germs says the problem with Netflix is going to be a commercial-based revenue model, and that means a price hike for everyone not wanting commercials, or a price drop for people who want commercials. Boycott. Where's the gender equality? Says Random Menace. Girl couch streaming. Hakeem says that does suck. Space Force was funny. And good, I agree. Actor says comedy is very subjective. Yes, but, Space Force is comedy. The other stuff, not so much. Dave G. Sound says, where are the ads? Why are there ads at the start of some Paramount Plus for shit that's on Paramount Plus when you already subscribe to Paramount Plus? I agree. I subscribe to the ad-free version, but every fucking time you start a show, there's an ad for a different Paramount Plus show. You know what? When it was a Star Trek show and I was watching a different Star Trek show, I was okay with it. But most recently, when I was watching Strange New Worlds, they started getting a commercial for the Halo. I don't want to watch Halo. I never watched Halo. And I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to see a Halo. Then they did that one for a fucking comedy or something that had nothing to do with Star Trek. At least Halo, you could say, well, they see sci-fi. They figure you might like sci-fi. No, this was like, I don't know what it was. It was just some dumbass comedy, had zero to do with anything sci-fi related. It wasn't even Young Sheldon or Big Bang Theory. It was like fucking Two Broke Cookies or Girls, but it wasn't that. I mean, it was as dumb as that. But yeah, I really don't like seeing ads. So that does piss me off. But on the other hand, the only place I can watch TNG, the original series, the animated series, most of the complete Twilight Zone original with season 4 is Paramount Plus these days. Yeah. Actor says, thanks to profits, Paramount Plus hasn't infected my country, so Old Trek is still on Netflix. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Robert Rose Jr. says hello today. Birdo pray, Mamo pray, and the sassy Thank you, Robert Rose Jr. Random Menace says mid-June Disney is coming. Finally. Congratulations. Yitza Lemon says, don't forget to say whether or not the offer was any good or if Doomcock was talking out of him. Doomcock said that the offer was good. And he actually said that it's the case of the broken clock being right twice a day. I was shocked. I was shocked that Doomcock himself praised the offer on Paramount Plus. In fact, that was what ultimately made me go watch it. After the first episode, I'd say I liked it. I liked it a lot. The person they had playing Frank Sinatra probably could have looked more like Frank Sinatra. But other than that, I really liked the first episode. We'll see how it goes. Basically, it's telling the story of what Hollywood used to be like in the 70s, I guess. So I guess it's still okay for all the main people to be toxic men because they're just playing a role as toxic men. Pop Culture Curator says the new Lost in Space is bad. Sorry to disagree with you. You don't have to be sorry. My question is, Netflix worth paying for just one good show, Cobra Kai? Well, not all year long, for sure. But when Cobra Kai comes out, it's absolutely worth paying for the 1 month you need to catch up on Cobra Kai. And then you can watch everything else that you might have skipped or whatever. So, I mean, Netflix, sure, it's worth a couple of months, 1, 2, 3 months. That's not a problem. I mean, today, I could save so much money if it was just me, or even me and Mamo Pray. We could save so much money on television because I would only have 1 or 2 services in any given month. And I would cancel Netflix, I'd move on to Hulu. After the Orville's out, I'd cancel Hulu, I'd move on to Apple TV. And once I watched For All Mankind Season 3, I'd cancel that and I'd move back on to Netflix or something. There's really no reason I have to be paying for 4 or 5 different streaming services at once, except for the fact that Nephew Opre, his content, Sis Opre is always looking for the newest, smartest content that keeps the brain going. And so I have to have Netflix, I have to have Hulu, I have to have, I don't even know. Well, my Sis Opre likes HBO Max, so I have to have HBO Max. I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, Paramount Plus I need for my reviews. So yeah, I've got I could totally save money if I wasn't doing reviews, and it was just me and Mamo Pray worrying about TV, $5 to $10 a month in any given month. That's not a problem. Dr. Alex is batting down the hatches. Yeah, the rain was coming. If only wrenches had the power to operate windows. Thanks, Dr. Alex. Agnes says, Bird, the JD versus Amber Heard still hasn't ended. Oh, versus Johnny Depp hasn't ended? Mamo Pray's awake. Welcome up, Mamo Pray. You missed a heavy rainstorm. I did? Yeah, it was loud. I'm shocked you slept through it. Yeah. Dave G says, Resolute, I just figured no ads if I'm paying like YouTube. Yeah, if you had any windows open, I would double check. I know this one was. Yeah. Okay. So the Johnny Depp trial hasn't ended. I thought she was already on trial for perjury. That's what happens when you just read the headlines. Yitza Lemon says they get arrested, a mock trial where nothing else happens, with 10 years off their life happens with 10 years off their life sentence. No, it doesn't say life. They get arrested, a mock trial where nothing else happens, with and 10 years off their sentence. Dr. Alex says just bird sense can't be beat. Fop Ultra Curious is Bird of Prey. They may have busted the guy with the island, but they buried the list and many powerful and influential friends. And he says baby formula is also being stockpiled at the Cali Mexican border. Random Menace says baby formula, children are racing. Resolute Germs says Dave G, are you on the top tier? Because the first paid tier is commercials. Yitza Lemon says cartels importing baby powder across U.S. border. Price is higher than cocaine. Dave G says you can get baby formula with a PS5 from a scalper, $1,400 going rate with formula. Actor says, what's baby formula? You give them mashed potatoes or mother's milk. Brian McFarland says, hi-de-ho, everybody. Hi-de-ho, Brian. Low Spec Linux laptop is in the house. Welcome, Low Specs Linux laptop. Actor says, humans filled the planet without help from baby formula. Yes, but now women work, and because women work, they're not producing the amount of milk they used to, and even if they could, some of them can't be home to produce the milk. And even the people who don't work, there's a lot of women who just can't make enough formula for babies. Hell, when I was being breastfed, Mom will pray, there was a scare, and Mom will pray stopped being able to produce milk. So I had to be switched from formula to from natural breast milk to formula as an emergency. I don't know. I would have died. I guess if they had to, I just would have died. There's got to be a way to make formula out of cow's milk and vitamins. I suspect. I don't know for sure, but I suspect. Actor says, Yitza, it's logical. You get only half a kilo from each baby. I don't know what that means. Brian says the Outer Limits TV series is awesome to watch too. That's cool. What is that on? Dave G Sound really liked the first episode of Strange New Worlds, and you all can judge the hell out of me, but I did. It's okay, Dave G. Resolute Germ says we're going to be trading bodies, sci-fi classics like we did wrestling tapes back in the 90s. We're going to be trading bootleg sci-fi classics like we did wrestling tapes back in the 90s. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Bird of Prey, do you know any service that is airing the 1980s version of the Twilight Zone TV series? Executive producer Saul Leibowitz, I am 100% certain that there is no service that is airing the 1980s Twilight Zone. I very recently went looking for them, and I was forced to Amazon. However, the entire 1980s TV series is only like $30 or $40 through Amazon. So it's really not that expensive. Resolute Germ says, we're sharing your account with someone outside the house, Bird of Prey. Netflix is trying to come for you. Well, you know what? If Netflix wants to cancel it, then Netflix can cancel it. I won't rejoin until Cobra Kai. Robert Rose Jr. says, Lottie, how do people raise kids before the boob tube was invented? Agnes says, bird didn't scream, so I very much doubt it was a strong electric storm. I was a loud thunder, but it was the rain that you didn't hear. I know. I was very surprised you weren't awake. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, I've seen a video where she was snorting something in court. Hashtag bird needs breast milk. I was telling them, Mama Pray, about how I had to switch from breast milk to formula. Or was that Sisso Pray?
Oh, wait, it was Sisso Pray, but you
I was the one that's.
You were just hungry.
Oh.
You needed more.
Okay. So Mama Pray says, I was just hungry. I needed more than just what she could produce.
No, when you ran 105.
And then when I ran 105 fever, Mama Pray's body shut down.
And
the doctor said it's like a cow. Yeah. Says women are like cows. You scare them, they stop making milk. You panic and you stop making milk. So that was the medical wisdom of the 1970s, early 1980s.
Late 1980s.
No, not late 1980s. That would be 1989. Early 80s. Yeah.
She wasn't born till December of 8.
Right.
So it was 81. Did you happen to tell them about last night?
Did I happen to tell them about last night? No, what happened last night?
With Charlie?
What did Charlie do last night?
He was cleaning up and put everything in the sink, including the tablet, the remote. You weren't listening to me.
No, I wasn't listening. I didn't know.
Oh my
Charlie put the tablet and the remote, everything, her phone.
Okay. He called.
Uh-huh.
I could see him. I was facing him.
Oh, I didn't call them cows. The doctor called them cows.
No, he said women are like cows.
Women are like cows. And the doctor said that.
They panic, their milk dries.
They panic, their milk dries up. Okay, what were you saying, Mom?
So I'm watching Charlie.
Right.
And I see him run, not walk, run with something in his hand into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Without exaggeration, he did it 10 times before your sister got up. I said, what is he doing in the kitchen? He says, I'm not sure. And he runs back again. And again. Well, now we're in the kitchen watching. Everything he's putting in the sink. He's cleaning up and putting all his toys into the sink to get washed. But with the toys was the remote, was the 8-inch tablet or whatever that they would. Stuffed animals came next. So you should be standing at the sink grabbing them because he had dishes in the sink soaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds like Sisso Pray.
Which were at least 30 times. Living room looked great when he got finished. There was nothing on the floor. He cleaned up. So beware when he comes here.
Nephew Pray is probably put everything in the sink.
See, and just reach over the counter and go. You had to see.
Actor says, Robert Rose, more or less like you raise a free-range chicken. What?
Why they panic, they don't lay eggs.
I don't know. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, I've seen a video where she was snorting. Amber Heard. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, National Love a Tree Day in Caroga. Here I thought Carogan's only known tree is from fairy tales, the internet, when that orphan miners use a VPN to get on it. Daniel's Hot Topics, Qapla, Daniel. How are you doing? Hi, Bird, what's up? Not much, Daniel. Actor says, I can imagine feeding small bird was a challenge. Was I a challenge to feed? Mama Pray. Was I a challenge to feed? He said, I imagine feeding small bird, in quotes, was a challenge. No, I ate.
You ate almost everything except tomato sauce.
I ate everything except tomato sauce. Yitza Lemon says, I've been told I was fed buttermilk as a baby because I didn't get enough. Daniel's Hot Topics says, I love the Outer Limits and the X-Files. Those are staples of the 90s. That and Scream. Rock Solid says, did Bird of Prey just call him? No, I did not call him cows. Rock Solid says, so Bird of Prey, now Sis of Prey and Mama Prey aren't women. What a sexist. He says, so now you guys aren't women. What a sexist. Josh Street says, Rock Solid, if Bird of Prey did call them that, we would be hearing the muffled screams of Bird.
No, the doctor that said that. It's long gone.
Yeah, Mama Prey said the doctor who said that is unfortunately long gone. Robert Rose Jr. says, well, Rock Solid, Bird of Prey is a Hallowist, so that shouldn't be surprising. Hub Jeep, Qapla, Hub Jeep. Hi, Bop and Mom. A friend of mine has been pumping boob milk like crazy. Over 58 gallons recorded so far on her pumping phone app. Frozen in a chest, no pun intended, freezer. Yeah, I guess that's one way. Start selling, pumping your breast milk, sell it. I'm working on a formula for breast milk that's just milk and ketchup. I think it'll be all safe for babies. I bet the government won't let me sell it, though. Thanks, Joe Biden. Kitty Bear, PCI, Qapla Kitty Bear. Pop culture curator says, Italian not eating tomato sauce. Yeah, I didn't like it. I still really don't. Well, some of it I do, but not. I used to hate it. I used to not eat pizza because of the tomato sauce. I used to pull the cheese and the tomato sauce off just to get rid of the tomato sauce. I'd give up the cheese. John Araki says, Mop did not cut the crust off. Mama Prey did cut the crust off on some things. He said Mama Prey did not cut the crust off.
Oh, the crust. Yes, it did.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. All right. John Araki says, Bird of Prey does not like the spaghetti. I love the spaghetti. I just liked it with no sauce. I used to have it dry and then later with butter. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, you said that, not me. Those were your words. Actor says, Rock Solid, birds should work for the Russian External Relations Bureau. And Yitza Lemons says, frozen breast milk is disgusting. Yitza? Is this in comparison to non-frozen breast milk? Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey is a fake Italian. He probably likes Chef Boyardee. Not really a big Chef Boyardee fan. You know, I heard there was a certain combination of pills that could make men lactate. Just would you buy a man's breast milk if it was an emergency? I suppose you would if you had to. Right? If they said there was no breast milk left in the world except man milk. Oh God. Well, I'm just gonna say if you really need formula, for God's sakes, don't buy it from Kurdistan. They they their supply comes from men. Kitty Bear says, "What's your favorite dinosaur?" I'm making a dino zoo of YouTubers on an arc survival evolved. Um, See, my favorite was always the Brontosaurus until I found out the Brontosaurus never actually existed. It's bullshit. But I guess, I mean, I don't know. T-Rex is just too. I've always liked the T-Rex. I like the T-Rex since the Dinobots, since Grimlock. Grimlock, leader of the Dinobots, he was the T-Rex. He's my favorite. I mean, let's there's really no shitty dinosaurs. Triceratops is pretty cool. Pterodactyl is flying. I mean, that's awesome. Well, I mean, the only shitty dinosaurs are those tiny little ones, and even Jurassic Park made those little ones seem pretty badass. There's no real shitty dinosaurs. I could deal with being any dinosaur. Hector, my father tasted milk just extracted from the cow body temperature. He didn't like it, but he always remembered. I have not had milk straight from the cow, but I don't think I'd be opposed to it. Like if I was on a farm and they just milked the cow, I'd put it in some cereal. I'd have that on some Fruit Loops. Hub Jeep says, Dr. Alex, yes, I like garlic and oil over tomato sauce. You put tomato sauce, garlic and oil over tomato. Okay, I thought you were saying you liked it over potatoes. I don't know where I got potato from. Garlic and oil over tomato sauce. That's good, and that's usually it's one or the other. I wasn't sure if people had both, but I guess there's nothing wrong. Putting garlic and oil over tomato sauce on pasta, I assume.
Vegetables, garlic and oil.
Yeah, vegetables are garlic and oil. I'm saying, but tomato sauce and garlic and oil. I've really never seen that.
Well, you make tomato sauce and make with garlic and
oil. Well, garlic and oil goes in the tomato sauce. Okay. Resolute Germ says, yes, it's possible, but it takes weeks of massive abuse of those drugs, and it's very likely to kill you. Wow. Then we won't do that. Yitza Lemon says gives a whole new meaning to I grew up on Men for NB Geek. Kitty Bear says pick one, need all of them. Not. Dr. Alex says clever girl, eek, scream. Yes. Yes. Josh Street says bird of prey. We need to get Dr. To start to produce the milk he once give to little Seamus. Okay, I don't remember who that is. Resolute Germs says you really want it pasteurized first. Raw milk is one of the most repugnant things on earth. I believe you, but I'm just saying I would try it. Actor says milk extracted from a cow, udder from a cow tastes like grass and has small hairs floating in it. Just saying. Okay, well, obviously I'd want it what's that called? Filtered. I'd want it filtered for physical errors and things. Kitty Bear says, I'll make you Bronto. You will be the biggest dino in the zoo. I made Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge After Dark, a robot T-Rex. Yeti cast a normal T-Rex. That's cool. I'll take that. Thank you, Kitty Bear. Hub Jeep says, I meant to say I like garlic and oil better than tomato sauce. I get that. The only problem I have with garlic and oil over tomato sauce is that I taste it for 3 days. Even after I brush my teeth, even after the next day, I'm still tasting the oil or the garlic. Probably both. I'm definitely the garlic. I don't know. I can't. It's too much. I do, Mom. I'm not saying I like the pasta. I don't order garlic and oil. Like if we order from Pizzarama, I don't order garlic and oil pasta because I taste it forever. I taste it forever. When you do it, it's fine. Okay, when you do it, it's fine. It's good, but you use probably 1/10 of the amount of garlic and oil they do. Daniel's Hot Topics says Strange New Worlds was okay. First episode was great. Second was barely okay. I would say the other way around, Daniel, but no, we don't all have to agree on everything. I would say the second episode was better than the first, but I don't think either was great, but they were okay. They are certainly better than Discovery and Picard. I'll go with that. At least your average Discovery or Picard episode. Dr. Alex says, this just got utterly ridiculous. I know I was trying to use that, but I screwed up. Thomas Bott says, hey, Rock Solid, did you find your wife's notebook? Thomas says, Dear Bop. Do you know, Thomas, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to do Dear Bop tonight because physical therapy is coming early. Josh Street. Wait. Daniel's Hot Topics is Bird. Have you seen The Sopranos? That is a good show. Yes, Daniel, I have seen The Sopranos. The Sopranos is an excellent show. It's a mob show. It's mobsters things. If you guys have not seen The Sopranos, it's on HBO or HBO Max, I guess, these days. It was like the show that transformed HBO into like must-see television. I mean, The Sopranos started, I don't know, I was in college, and it was the first time in a long time, maybe the first time in my life, that everybody in my family except the Sopre was watching the same thing. And I mean my grandmother, my aunt, my father, my aunts and uncles that I knew, that I would talk to on a daily basis. Everybody was watching, and friends, and to the point that every Sunday night, we all knew where we were going to be. If I was at school, most of the time I was at school, at a friend's dorm watching. We had, when I first started school, we had, fraternity meetings, and we ended them just in time for Sopranos, and then we'd all go across campus to watch Sopranos. And then, in another semester, we
Who's
changed
been holding
the
up the damn
meetings,
elevator?
to a different time. So it was crazy that we were all watching Sopranos at the time. Thomas says, "No, Dear Bob, I demand a refund." And then Rockstar Productions puts in a $5 super chat and says, "Dear Bob." Thomas says, "That's right, Bird of Prey. You should ask." Thomas Potts says, "That's right, Bird of Prey. Should ask you about her audiobook every day." What are you talking about? Her? Who's her? Her audiobook? Josh Street says, "Bird of Prey, the Brontosaurus is back as a dinosaur as of a 2015 study." Awesome, Josh Street. Thank you. Pop Culture Curator says, "Bird of Prey, would you be willing to give the original Lost in Space a try at watch parties?" I guess I would give it an episode or a try. I don't know how long, but I also just don't know when I could give a watch party. I'd rather try to watch it on my own accord, so I know I'm watching it. But if you have a watch party coming up, let me know. Dr. Krieger is from Archer. I never really watched Archer, Josh Street. I've seen a few episodes, but I don't know the names of anybody except Archer himself. Only Archer. That's right, Bird of Prey should ask her about the audiobook. I still don't know what audiobook. Actor says, Caroga disclaimer, the Mafia doesn't exist. Sopranos is a fictional show. Sopranos is a fictional show, and you're right, the Mafia doesn't exist. It is, however, a very fun show to watch. Did Uncle Paulie watch The Sopranos? Yes, I'm sure he did. Forget about it. Okay, we're going to do some Dear Bops because Rock Solid donated $5, and I feel bad now. Resolute Germ says, Don Bird should do a Sopranos retrospective on the channel. Yes, I could do this Sopranos retrospective. It would be a gift from me to you and your lovely family. Doctor, yes. Sopranos retrospective. Everything I learned from Sopranos. Okay, let's do some Dear Bops. Holy coly, holy moly, as they say on the Sopranos. There's over 30 Dear Bops here in this in the box. Oh, woe is me. There's too many Dear Bops in this here in the box. We'll do the Dear Bop as the Don Bird, eh? And this the day of my daughter's wedding. I cannot refuse you gifts of doing some Dear Bops. The Bird Father says the mafia doesn't exist. This is a true. This is a most true. Dear Bop, take these lyrics. I'm the question, and you're, of course, the answer. SOS, please, someone help me. It is not healthy for me to feel this. So would you say that's a good way to describe Dear Bop? Okay, Dear Bop, take these lyrics. I'm the question, and you're, of course, the answer. SOS, please, someone help me. It's not healthy for me to feel like this. So would you say that's a good way to describe Dear Bop? No, Dear Bop's not an SOS. Dear Bop is an intentional request for help. It doesn't mean that somebody is about to crash and burn or die, or it's not an alert. It's not like save me. It's just, here I am asking one adult from asking for help from one adult to another, from somebody who might have experience with this. And I just, it's not at all, it's not at all an admission of failure. It's not at all an admission of defeat. It's just, it's smart. It's a smart thing to do. Okay, so I must disagree with that. Jedi Bill, Qapla, Jedi Bill. He says, hello, bird of prey, Qapla, brother warrior, hail, Caroga, hail, Caroga. Daniel's Hot Topic says, do you think Tony Soprano died at the end of the series when it cut to black? The fans are saying he was shot in the restaurant. Daniel, I think everybody has to make up their own decision for what it meant. However, yes, it did. He was killed. Dear Bop, yes. Also, Daniel, it should help that I did not believe he was killed until he died in real life. When he died in real life, then I took it to mean he was killed in the restaurant. Before that, before he died, the actor who played him died, I always had hope he would be back. Dear Bop, what is the best way to get people on YouTube to also follow my social media account? Well, do a live stream and put the link to your social media account in your live stream so they can just click on it. Also, if you don't do live streams, if you do only do uploaded videos, then put the link to your social media in the first comment, and make sure in your video you say that you're going to pin the comment with the link to your Twitter or the link to your whatever, Facebook or Instagram or all of them, and tell people go there right now and subscribe so they don't forget. The point is, you've got to put the link in. You've got to do the work. And then you've got to remember to tell people to go click on it, because that's all you can do. People are super lazy. If they've got to open something or click on two things, that's too much work. They need to be able to make one click to subscribe. And that's what you can get them to do. If you need them to do 2 clicks, you might as well not even bother. No offense to anyone. That's just the way the world is. Okay. Rock Solid says, do not put external links in the more info section of a video. Again, that's Rock Solid's choice. But yeah, you should know that it's not good for YouTube. Okay, if somebody leaves your channel through a link on your YouTube video and they don't come immediately back, YouTube is not happy. So yeah, it's not something you want to be in the habit of doing, but if you've got to do it once in a while, then do it. just remember there's a penalty. There's a penalty for that. Thank you, Rock Solid, for reminding me to say that. Dear Bob, which is the worst Star Trek final episode? It is TOS because it was canceled with no proper finale. TNG, all good things, but it continued with the movies. DS9 because of how it ended with Cisco Voyager, because you never got to see what happened to the crew afterwards at the end. Or Enterprise because of William Riker, question mark. Absolutely, without any doubt, the worst final episode of any Trek series so far is Enterprise, because it was a terrible episode where they tried to make it something and they failed. They know they failed. They apologized for it. So I'm not going to beat them over the head. We got our apology and we just forget about it and move on. That said, technically Discovery hasn't ended yet, and neither has Picard. So if we get an official answer that one of those series ends, then their final episode will become the worst episode in Trek history. Right now, I would say the final episode of Discovery was probably the worst final episode, but we know they're coming back for season 5. And we know Picard's coming back for season 3. We know Lower Decks is coming back for season 3. So I can't say it was Lower Decks. So, yeah. I'm very confident to put Enterprise down. Rock Solid says, what you said about putting a pinned comment is the right way to do it. Oh, well, okay. I still think, though, if too many people leave your page, it's no good. Dear Bob, how do you have a P.O. box? Do you have a P.O. box address so a book may be bought and sent to you? I do not have a P.O. box address, but email me at bertopray5@aol.com and I can email you an address if you want to send something. I would, but yeah, just get in touch with me, please. Or if you have my Twitter, you can DM me on Twitter or anything else, whatever. BertoPray5 Facebook page. But email is probably easiest. bertopray5@aol.com. Dear Bob, what Star Wars film should I start with? Episode 4, 1, or 7? I would go with the order they were released. So 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then stop. Rock Solid congratulates Jedi Bill on 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Jedi Bill, again. Dear Bob, cooking question. I'm making salad. What should I put in a good salad? Lettuce. Lots and lots of lettuce, iceberg lettuce, little pieces of tomato, a lot of cheese, mozzarella cheese, or cheddar cheese, pieces of hard-boiled egg, croutons. Gotta get those croutons, bacon bits, a lot of bacon bits, honey mustard dressing. You can't have enough honey mustard dressing. Some shredded carrots, some onions, some white onion or purple onion, whatever those are called. Onion. Yeah. Onion. Okay. By weight. It should be mostly iceberg lettuce. then honey mustard dressing, then cheese, shredded carrots, onion, and croutons. There you go. That's a delicious salad. Oh, and hard-boiled egg, sliced. Yeah. Don't forget the steak. Every salad needs meat, says Resolute Germ. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. Dear Bob, or just some grilled chicken. Dear Bob, traveling in New York question. How do I get from Times Square to Central Park? It's actually quicker. Is it actually quicker to take a cab or public transport or walk or something else? Well, probably not walking. That's quite the distance. Probably a cab. A cab would get you there the quickest. Well, I don't know. There's probably a subway that would get you there quicker, but I honestly have no idea. I have no idea what subway it would be. So I would take a cab. But that's up to you. Dear Bob, as you have a nephew, should I raise my boy by letting him watch Sesame Street or keep him away from it? He can watch Sesame Street. As long as they're Sesame Streets from 1985 or earlier. Dear Bob, my son says his favorite color is rainbow. Should I be worried about this? No, actually, the rainbow has a long history before it was taken as the symbol of LGBTQ plus equality. Rainbows were very popular. They're still popular. Yeah, don't be worried. Nothing to be worried about. Don't be afraid of the rainbow. Dear Bob, what's the best hand sanitizer to use? Purell with aloe. Purell with aloe. Dear Bob, Jeeps. You like them, don't you? I bet instead of Playboy magazine, you would pick up a Jeep catalog. I would totally pick up a Jeep catalog if that's what the kid had thrown at me in the elevator in Tropicana in Atlantic City all those years ago. Reso Germ says walking or public transportation, you're liable to get bugged or shot. Well, you're liable to get bugged or shot regardless. Whether you take a cab or not. Dear Bob, if you had to, would you rather sleep with Dr. Bashir or spend a week with Neelix? I would rather spend a year with Neelix than sleep with another dude. Nothing personal, but that one would never happen. The other would just be very annoying. But if I had to spend a year with Neelix, I would spend a year with Neelix. Could I kill Neelix after a week? I'm just curious. Would I go to jail or would I get a medal? Dear Bob, same question. Right? Already answered. Dear Bob, can you settle the debate which captain is better, Kirk or Picard? If you even need me to ask, you don't know Kirk is the better captain. I don't know what to tell you. Dear Bob, what is your opinion when people add pineapple to food like pizza, coleslaw, potato salad, etc.? It is bad in every one of those options. It is bad. No, do not add do not add pineapple to pizza, coleslaw, potato salad, or any place that pineapple doesn't belong. Okay? And I'm sorry, but because of that horrible question, we're going to end the Dear Bops there. I have to get ready for my physical therapy, so yeah, we'll stop there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Actually, these Dear Bops were pretty decent Dear Bops for today. Well, hopefully they'll still be there come Friday when we get back to the Dear Bops. So guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys soon. Qapla all, and bird out. Resolute Germ says the correct answer is Cisco. Could be. Wasn't an option. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Caroga.